Hi, I'm Dan from Just Records, and this is Mixdown Mondays. I have some exciting things to share with you today. So we're just going to do an unboxing. We're not going to actually get into it until next week because I want to have some time to play around with this new toy. But we just got some new gear for the studio, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Shall we open it up? Okay. Quick shout out to my boy over at Sweetwater, Ryan Murray. He's always sending me these nice thank you cards and making sure that things come with plenty of sweets. What do we got? We have a Bluey. Oh, wow. This thing has some weight. It's always a good sign when your outboard gear has weight to it. Wow. This is gorgeous. So what I'm holding here is an 1176 FET compressor. This is by the company Blacklion Audio, and they specialize in making some really affordable but quality boutique outboard gear. And I'm really excited to give this a go. Now, the reason why I went with this particular model versus any other brand of 1176 clone or some of the originals by Universal Audio. One, price point. Now, I just couldn't really sink $2,000 or $3,000 into a compressor. I don't know many engineers who can at this point, but what's really nice is there's a lot of companies out there that are making boutique, professional grade audio gear for outboard that is affordable, or at least more affordable. Now, of course, there's all different types of manufacturers that make this in a different price range, some less, some more. I fell on the old Bluey here because this one in particular has a couple of features that others don't. For one, a little bit of the history behind this. This was modeled after the Reversion A 1176 that was owned by Chris Lorde-Alge, a famous producer. He produced a lot of records in the 80s, I mean, still to this day. I'll link to him and a list of his accomplishments in the bio. And I'll link to Blacklion Audio in the bio as well, so you can check them out. He had an 1176 compressor in his studio that had been there for a very long time. In fact, it was so long that it had to get repaired often. And over the years, these repairs done to it changed its characteristics just a little bit. Now, here's where Blacklion Audio comes in. They went over there and opened up his compressor, took a full schematic of it, and then designed their compressor, this one, based off of the same schematic, and of course with a couple little differences. But essentially the purpose was to make something that was intentionally similar to his famous 1176 compressor. Now, I'm really excited to try this out. The other reason why I wanted to get this one other than other versions of an 1176 is this knob right here. This is a wet-dry knob, which essentially means that I can use this for parallel compression. I can allow the signal to be not affected, or let's say 50% affected, or fully affected by the compressor. And I'm really excited to give this a try. Hear it on different instruments. It's really well built. I like the stepped knobs. It's got a lot of weight to it. And it has a couple of different compression options. You got your 4-to-1, 8-to-1, 12-to-1, 20-to-1, and then the good old-fashioned nuclear option, where all of them are in at once. Stay tuned next week when we give this a run through the system here. I'm looking forward to pairing this up with my Warm Audio WA2A, which is a LA2A clone. It's a very classic signal chain to go LA2A to 1176, and I'm really excited to be able to do that in some outboard gear. So stay tuned next week when we give this a fire. We will run some vocals through it. We'll run some bass. We'll run some drums. We're just going to have a lot of fun with it. And as always, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching Mixdown Mondays.